Are people ready?
Yeah.
Awesome. It's been a while. Very well. Previously in Doraken. A few days ago, we're actually going a couple of sessions back, the Hounds of War flew to Runedale in order to locate the champion of Myra, who they suspected might reside in town. They succeeded bypassing the surrounding Doraken army that had besieged the city, and ultimately located the champion, Karlgrim Starkhammer. The dwarven bounty hunter told the heroes that in order to join the quest of vanquishing the Witch Queen, he needed to be sure that Runedale would remain safe in his absence. He therefore asked the heroes to help him locate the sentient construct Edibo, which had been built by Karlgrim's ancestor to serve as a guardian of all of Gunwell. The heroes agreed, and so they delved into the depths of Mount Vertex, an extinct volcano east of town. At the entrance to the vaults that contained Edibo, the heroes intercepted a group of drow that worked for the Doraken army, and who also were trying to claim the Great Guardian. After the fight, the heroes decided to spare the sole surviving drow, who introduced himself as Malik. They then convinced Edibo to attack the Doraken army and free Runedale. Riding atop Edibo's shoulder, the heroes engaged the enemy and managed to defeat the army, sending the survivors retreating. In addition, they also claimed a bronze golem, which they decided to name Chip, because Chip, yeah, sure. Well, the following day, the heroes convinced the mayor to pay, or rather Duchess, to pay them for the help, and Malik informed them that he will go to the Underdark in order to serve as a spy behind enemy lines and prepare an eventual infiltration should the need arise. Also, he and Easton fucked.
Yes, we did do that.
Did you fuck?
Yeah. Wait, how much money did I get from the...
12,000 where was the Duchess?
Han kan købe, hvor mange penge har jeg nu.
Sorry.
Yeah, no.
12 heroes feasts.
Naros also managed to track down the recruiter for the Burning Mace, an agent named Dalagas Form, who affirmed that the demon summoner Samuel Radonis was indeed behind the corruption of Caligrove. The heroes decided to fly to Caligrove.
You said who was?
There was a demon summoner who was essentially the catalyst of this corruption, and his name was Samuel Radonis.
Samuel, and is that like recent history, or is that?
That's last session that happened.
Yeah. But I mean the corruption.
The corruption started about a year ago.
Okay, good. So he's probably still kicking.
Yeah. Again, what happened actually last time? You actually talked to him through a mirror or something like that.
We went to the community uniting like-minded travelers, or cult.
Oh no!
We split into two teams, and each team did exactly what they couldn't do.
We split horribly.
So all the rogues in one group?
And yet somehow succeeded.
I feel like I made us 12,000 GP, but okay.
How do we make us 12,000 GP?
By asking for it.
The Duchess paid you for it. Again, she took it out from the money meant to renovate the poor district.
Yeah. You sort of somewhat strong-armed her for 12,000 GP.
No, he gave her that robot panther in return.
I did do that.
Robot.
Yeah, it was the whole thing.
Who has the time for a robot? Nobody. Let's go.
Yes,
Jumping back to the resume here, the heroes decided to fly to Caligrove in order to help out Naris and her tribe, as it would also allow them to deal with other tasks on the continent of Olgar, including finding the solar staff, the weapon for the chosen of Myra, and also finding out more about Iago, who was the mentor and former boss of Naris and... Oh, sorry, not Naris, Eos and Aurora.
Yeah.
A few days' travel into the forest, Naris encountered her mother. She revealed that many of the tribe members had fallen sick due to the corruption, including Naris' father. The sickness not only caused the body to weaken, but also turned the victim feral, to the point that they had to be restrained in order not to harm others or themselves. What happened next was that Naris was advised to seek out the guardian of the tribe's former home, a treant named Bororoot. She agreed, and the tribe allowed the heroes to avoid wasting several days of travel by casting a communal tree strike spell. At the grove, Davrid decided to pray for guidance as the rest of the party talked to Bororoot. The old treant warned the heroes that a dark, vile evil was the cause behind the corruption. And in the very next moment, they were pushed to the side by Davrid, as the paladin had been warned by his goddess of an incoming danger. In that moment, Tearing through the ground arrived the celestial evil, Aboraxia the Crawling Hive, who immediately devoured Root and roared,
You cannot escape the withering embrace.
So, let's see.
And then I said something badass and I did my staff.
I guess we found the root of the problem.
Yes, you did. Oh boy.
Good. So we have made our one plan for the session, and we can now move on without any more further clear words.
So before we
Only
all
one.
roll initiative, I'm just gonna turn to another one. Before.
Jens, jeg kommer ikke til Dungeons & Dragons, hvor jeg har fået de terninger.
No, but apparently you're not sure you're not going to show it anyway, are you?
So, despite the,
Shut up!
We're not supposed to roll initiative yet, guys.
no,
I know.
Oh, good.
I'm preparing.
Oh,
very well. Despite the
understand
chaotic thrashing of the gargantuan black mass in front of your group, Naros, you hear nothing except the soft breeze moving through the forest. For a moment, it is as if time stops, and you see every minute movement of plants around you.
sorry?
Minute movement of plants around you. You see bushes that grow despite the wild corruption caused by the celestial evil. You feel the gentle impact of silken grass beneath your feet as you move around. You smell the earthy scent of your former home and the summer flowers in full bloom. A deep voice, not your own, rumbles in your mind. Art thou willing to take on my mantle? To bring the splendor of nature to the lands of stone and masonry? What do you respond?
Sorry, could you just repeat the...
Art thou willing to take on my mantle? To bring the splendor of nature to the lands of stone and masonry?
Do I recognize the voice?
Nope.
But you feel grass.
I love two things. I love the deep, serious voice. I love that there's music, but I'm having a little bit of trouble hearing you.
I respond, I am.
Then go forth and cleanse this forest from the spawn of Alarus. Avenge the fallen champion of Olok and take his stead. You now gain the title champion of Olok, the god of nature. And with that, you gain the following abilities. First and foremost, you can now also wild shape into plants. And secondly, you can activate as a bonus action the blessing of Olok. And now you can roll initiative.
Yeah!
Good.
Fuck!
Come on, Hannah.
funny.
Nope. That's a 2.
That's also a 2!
That's not a 2. What do you guys roll? 20.
20s.
20.
So they roll 20s, we roll 2s. Good team.
Interesting.
Jesus
I
Christ.
think everyone needs to leave and then come back again in 5 minutes and we'll try this again.
Very well. Vanya, if we start with you?
7.
7. Davri?
6. No, 4.
4. Very well. Jens?
28.
I think Eric is after. Oh, yeah.
Yes. Gustavo?
22.
22. And then we had Jeppe?
6.
6, so you are here as well. And yes,
Good, big 5.
a big 5.
That's just ahead of me.
Yeah. I'm before. I'm at least before.
Didn't you also roll a 6?
No, I rolled 4. I misspoke.
Wow.
Okay.
Or missed math.
18
Now, what is unique for this combat here is that Aboraxia gets 2 turns per round. I rolled, on the first one, I rolled a 14. None of
That's
you.
going to be right there.
Yep.
The second roll was a natural 1.
Yay! Oh, fuck him.
Is Rails a Mass, what do you guys?
No, I think Rails Mass is on the airship.
Very well, then I'm not going to.
Before we get started,
Yes.
does it make sense that someone like Alistair goes as one of the first people?
I mean,
Do you have some buff
that
or
bitch.
isn't one of you two don't have good?
I mean, yeah, I have 1,000 buffs. I just don't know which one to use. Actually, I kind of maybe it's okay to see what it does before
On its
I go.
attacks?
Okay.
It's like I mean, other than putting it in a big ball,
Yeah.
I mean,
But it's
ball of water.
I mean, I can put the thing over it, but it can dig.
Yeah.
So that might not help very much.
No.
So
Okay. What does it make sense, Neris, that you were one of the first ones to go?
I have no idea what to do with it.
Okay. Then I think we'll just go ahead.
I mean, I'm on turn 2 and I'm just gonna try and cast slow. So
Cool. Yeah.
what is it made of?
It's basically a combination of black sludge, maggots, carrion beetles, worms, and so forth.
All right, so it's not plant-based.
No.
All right.
Although
Good to know.
although you do see the moment it arises from the ground, these black spores and mushrooms start to grow around it. You have seen them through the forest doing the corruption. It seems like to sap the life energy of plants. These wild fungi.
Well, they're not very fun.
okay, actually, maybe I have a thing that I could do
Okay.
that might help us.
Jens, do you mind me switching an Alistair then?
No, fine.
Very well. So
If I can just borrow the place hamlet though.
the commander-in-chief moves around, give out commands, and so forth. We change the initiative.
Okay. Because then because we're very close to it, right?
Again, I gather you were talking with Furroot from that distance. You are free to rearrange.
No, I think that's probably right. And there's a stone circle, and that's the what is that?
There's Naris knows that this was a place, for instance, where they had rituals and so forth.
Okay.
Like when the Willis Elder talked to Furroot and so forth.
Okay.
So again, it's just essentially just small stones and mark their circle. It's not like anything like that.
And how large is this creature?
It's a gargantuan.
It's gargantuan.
Yes. So it's about 50 feet tall.
Oh, so we know what that is.
Bugger. I thought it was huge.
Nope.
Shit.
What is the spell you're thinking about?
I was gonna do Bigby's hand on it.
Huge is that?
Doesn't help though. I can't really.
Huge is 3, gargantuan is 4.
Gargantuan is 4 and
But,
up, essentially. Like the Tarrasque is
Yeah.
infinitely big for it.
But then I will. Fucking fuck. And there's still other stuff I could do, maybe. Curse it.
Yeah, I think it would definitely make sense that we want to debuff this thing as quickly as possible.
It's a sort of a roiling mass. Is there any way that where you can
Fireball?
like freeze it, maybe freeze parts of it so they will just.
I think slow might help with that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just.
So it's not like a creature, just a bunch of things. that are
Essentially,
acting-
it's a hive mind.
Okay, yeah.
So they work in unison as one
Yeah,
creature,
yeah.
but it's comprised of several.
Okay, fine. Yes, let's just do something. Let's move on. I cast Death Ward on Christoph on Jace.
Very well.
Yeah.
What does that do again? Sorry.
Kills you.
Death wards,
Curses.
if you're reduced to 0 hit points or below, then you're reduced to a single hit point instead. So it's like, not yet.
And we're
Both
the 4th level.
4th level.
And it's one I have because of my whole championness. So I run over to Jace and just put a hand on his shoulder, protecting him from death.
Don't die.
Don't die. And then I will.
Is that concentration?
Nope.
No.
8 hours.
No, it's just the next time.
The next time I have within the next 8 hours. Yeah. But I'm just sort of thinking who's a bit soft and also might be very useful in this battle, and I'm just putting my mind.
I was gonna go. I'm a bit. Oh, the other part. So yeah.
Sorry.
And I will hide in that bush.
Well,
That's a good
roll a stealth check.
hide from the thing that
eats plant life.
that kills plant life. This bush.
Then it kills the plant first,
Yeah, sir.
I assume. Stealth.
I hope not. This is my
That
hope.
was 15.
15.
I thought you said 50. I was like, what?
50.
Delta.
You can see one of its eyes actually move around on its body, just following your movement.
Down.
And
That's me on my turn.
well, let's see here. Again, I'll roll the natural 20 when it made the perception check. Let's see here. Alright, then we have.
Oh, actually, sorry. I'm wearing my. I always see. I have this cloak.
Yeah.
It's really, really good, and I never used any of its abilities, but I actually get advantage.
Yeah, when you
on
have the dark side, yeah.
Yes, and I think I would.
Yeah, then
That's okay.
reroll.
Sorry. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Natural
I
20.
get a solid
Cool.
28.
Even though it rolled the natural 20 as well, even though it has blind sight, I'm gonna say it's not focusing on you right now.
Whoa, is there contested natural 20s? That's a...
That's a rare thing.
Alright, found it. Alright, thank you.
Just so we also are aware of what is happening on the battlefield. Is correct what you're saying? This is a bush that you jumped into. The rest is forest, meaning that you will have half cover if you're in those squares. Meaning... that just simple a ring made from small pebbles. It doesn't affect the battlefield in any way.
You can hide behind small pebbles.
Very well. And then we have Jess. Next up.
I try to cast slow on it.
Very well. It needs to roll. What's the?
Just check. Sorry.
I can't recall. Is wisdom right?
I think it is. Yeah. Just a second. Besides, I already checked, guys, and I cannot force cage it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it would have been fun, but no, it...
to be in force cage part of it?
Technically I can. Okay, so the thing about force cage is I can make like a cube of 20 feet, but that has bars, and this seems like a massive thing.
Oh, yeah.
But I can make a box that is completely airtight. Well, not airtight, I'm guessing.
It's a worm in a box.
Of 10 feet, so I mean, I could get... I guess.
Just cut off a 10 by 10.
Sorry.
Wisdom saving throw, yes.
Yeah. Difficulty would be 20.
Okay.
Jesus fucking
It
Christ.
fails.
Woo! Nice.
Takes
You
a
start to
minus
see
2
almost like a
penalty.
shimmer of fluid as the body starts to slow down from the top, and then
And slow is just
Minus
exact
2.
reverse haste, right?
Minus 2 AC.
Minus 2 AC,
Yeah.
dexterity saving throw penalty, cannot use reactions, it can either use an action or a bonus action, not both. Regardless of abilities or magic items, it cannot make more than one melee or ranged attack.
And
Cool.
his head, right?
yes.
Also,
yeah.
the spell thing.
Spell things also.
Yes. So it's gonna use its legendary reaction to use legendary resistance to automatically succeed. But you have taken one of those.
Yep.
3 in the past.
I always forget how this works. It has a certain amount they can use
A day.
A day.
day.
Yeah.
Or
But then
something each round.
Okay.
What?
No, not legendary resistance.
Yeah, legendary actions are each round.
Resistances are a set amount.
This creature
per
doesn't
rest.
have. That's,
Okay.
So you can- yes.
what I said incorrectly is it doesn't have legendary reactions. It has legendary resistance. That's the only thing it has.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, it has 2 standard reactions.
So is legendary resistance just a resistance to a status effect once, or what is that?
It means it can automatically succeed on a saving throw.
Okay.
And it has X amount of these.
Yeah, it
per
has.
day.
It has. You know, it 3 is the max
day.
per day.
Okay.
Yeah. So if we can wither those down, we might have a chance
Cool.
of actually doing something.
Okay, yeah.
I also have a trick up my
I think
sleeve.
I'm just gonna pass the
if it
turn.
don't work
Very well.
later.
Then it's Aboraxia's turn.
Yeah, I mean, definitely serve your stuff.
It has a reach of 10 feet. It's gonna focus on the druid first.
Sorry, Dread.
Oh, it can actually reach me now.
Yeah,
But it's gonna attack Naris first.
Does it need to move for that?
That can't hit. We said 10 feet, right?
10 feet, but again, it's gonna move towards so it can hit
right.
Naris.
The worms!
Is it still sort of coming out of the hole?
It actually is just pushing its way through the ground, creating this
shit.
pressure.
That's nice.
You see it reels back its head and then tries to
Chomp.
bite down at Naris. That's gonna be a total of 24.
Can I? Hold on a second. I just pushed everyone out of the way, right?
Yeah.
So it makes sense that I'm within 5 feet of Neris, right?
Yeah.
Alright, I'd like to use my reaction to pose
Disadvantage
on
that
that
one.
then.
Okay, that's gonna be 22 instead.
Yes.
It's
Very well. Naris, I would like you to roll, let's see here, a dex save while I'm deal out damage.
Dex save.
My reaction.
Want some other dice?
Be...
never mind.
Are you sure you don't want some other dice? I'm
So
just
that's
asking
your
for
one.
a
What did you do to those dice?
18.
scratch.
I don't know.
Inspiration. inspiration.
But
that doesn't give me an
that
advantage,
just
right?
adds.
Yes, it does. It does.
I'll use
Yeah.
I'll finally use my cat in the bag inspiration.
You were like, I have to act like the cat in the bag.
Please.
Yes! 23.
23.
Plus 4.
Fuck.
So while it hits you, you don't get swallowed up by the thing, and you take therefore 25 points of damage
Alright.
as it bites down and actually mangles a bit of your leg as you jump out the way.
Well, I mean, maybe the curse is broken.
Then
I doubt it.
Maybe the curse was that inspiration being there.
Then you
Now
see
used
two
it.
tendrils shoot
Never
out from
mind.
it, like these pillars almost just. First one's gonna say the paladin.
Yep.
I don't think that's gonna hit you. That's only gonna be 18 against AC. The second one, that's gonna be the warlock.
It's actually 20.
That's only gonna be 15.
That I just make it.
Just make it. You,
This is so low.
I know.
Sorry.
yeah, you avoid
okay.
this black tendril just shoots down and then it recoils back again.
I grab Arthur off the way.
Very well. Next we have Aurora.
Boom, boom, boom. Like, is its face turned towards us?
Yeah, it's right now. It's facing you, but again, it's a massive figure.
Okay.
Same throws? The cool checks.
Just a second. Just a second.
If you attack it from the corner of here, then you will have flank because of Jason's on the opposite side.
I'm going to shadow leap over here there.
Yeah.
And then I will throw with my daggers, my bracers.
Very well. And you have advantage because you're
Yes,
flanking?
because I am flanking, but also I get advantage after shadow leap.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you took that.
That was okay, but there's my braces, so that's plus 11, so that's a 16. Does that hit?
You see, the moment that you fling the dagger, the worms open this passageway and the dagger just flies on the other side.
Then I miss on
It's
both.
fucking Anastasia. Anastasia's dead now.
Oh yeah, but I had advantage on the first one. Then I have
You have,
another
on
attack.
both, you have advantage on both because you're flanking.
Oh yeah.
Thank fuck.
Yeah, we're gonna take that 27. Does
hit.
that?
Yes, but I survived.
Flank on range?
Yeah, I'm gonna say for this purpose because it's so massive.
That is 1d4 plus 5. That's 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Well, it's gonna use its reaction.
And sneak attack?
No, that.
You had advantage.
Oh yeah, I had advantage.
You had advantage and you didn't hit. So I guess it's just one attack per each round.
So that was 9 plus.
Oh my god! My god!
We're back in business, baby.
What the what?
Plus 10, so 19.
So this is how we die. We all suck at rolling today.
Babies! They're just mad they haven't been used in some time.
Yes, you strike the creature and it starts to shiver far more than the impact should allow. I'd like everyone within 20 feet of Aboraxia to roll a Constitution save.
See, Jace
Natural 20.
and you two
With
both
my
have
own
plus
dice.
Very well.
Oh fuck, why did I hide in that fucking bush?
Again, if you just
Advantage?
Or plus 4.
plus 4. Just keep the result in mind as I tell you what happens next.
Is this technically magic? Because
No, it wouldn't be.
Magic.
Do we have about an hour for a hero speech?
Yeah.
Time out.
Sorry. I mean, what if we say to him that he can also have some of the heroes?
Yeah.
Also, this was also a natural one, just we
Yeah, I've also rolled a natural.
Are anyone tallying these motherfuckers?
I rolled a natural.
Natural one.
So what happens is it starts to shake around and you start to hear this. And it's because worms start to fall down, this rain of worms, and the moment they impact, they start to burrow in. Those of you with Constitution save below 16 start to feel the worms start to dig into your ears and tear canals.
No.
And let's see here.
Is it good?
No, thank you.
13.
Did you ever had my +4?
So,
Oh, I did not. Did I get 4?
Yeah, because you were within 10 feet of me.
Oh, well then I make it. 17.
though you above 16, you take, that's gonna be 11, 5 points of necrotic damage.
Oh.
Those of you below, you take 11 points, and I need you to roll another Constitution save. But below 16, you take 11 points of damage and need to re-roll or roll another Constitution
But
save.
only if it's below 16.
Below 16.
21.
21, cool. Nothing happens to you.
Eric, you saved me from the note.
Anyone below 18 Constitution save. Well.
+4.
Below 18, is that the second one?
The second one is 18.
Okay, I do not.
We didn't have to roll that.
What day?
No,
have a Constitution modifier of 12. That would be nice. That was the
So if you fail on the second roll, you take an additional 15 points of acid damage, and you now have worm rot, meaning you are deafened and blind until the disease is cured.
Hey, if only had some sort of
You have
blind
blind sense.
That doesn't help me with it.
But I saved on that.
You cannot hear anything.
Yeah, that doesn't help me if I'm deaf as well.
Nope.
Fair point.
Do I take any damage?
No, not if you
Okay.
succeed on the second one.
Well,
Fortunately,
fuck.
you do have a paladin who can cure diseases.
Well, guess I'll die then. Oh, that's a good.
What was the range on this
20
worm
feet.
raid? Okay.
That's all of us, man.
Again,
for future.
Would I have gotten advantage because I was in the bush? Protected by... It doesn't matter. I made it first, so I'm just
Protected by a kiss from a bird.
with that note, we jump over to Neris. It's your turn.
Alright,
Same as Neris!
I will
Gross worms.
cast enhance ability on
That's handy.
Blake
Yeah.
or Blake.
On Doraken?
Okay.
And
I feel like that doesn't it's not gonna help much because I had both deaf and blind.
You will not. Once, unfortunately, my turn's after yours.
and on Davrick, because I cast it on the 3rd level, I'll use Bear's Endurance. So they gain 2d6 temporary hit points, and they have advantage on Constitution saving throws.
Woo! Do you?
Not just ability checks, but saving throws as well.
Constitution checks. Sorry, not saving throws. So Constitution checks.
Okay.
So you gain a 9 temporary hit points.
Constitution checks. When the fuck do you use constitution checks?
Concentration.
No,
Holding your breath.
No, that's not a saving throw.
Concentration's the saving throw.
Yeah, concentration.
I thought it was ability.
Oh
No, it's the saving throw.
I used to be.
Oh, right,
to be
yes, that's why.
Yeah.
What the? But temporary hit points is very good.
Well, Neris, are you gonna use
Holding your
your...
breath. Specifically,
Yeah.
that's the only one I can.
You can use the new ability you've
Endurance
got.
also, basically, like,
Yeah.
You've been running for a long time.
That may also come into play.
I will
Hold your breath when you get eaten.
use both of my wild shape to turn into a fire elemental.
Oh man! I forgot things.
The bush. The bush is
Very well.
on fire.
That's my turn.
Cool.
Ow! I need to defend.
Then we have Blake. You can neither see or hear anything. You do still feel the pain, though.
Okay. So
Is it reasonable that Blake might hold his action until he can see something? Until he can see the guy?
I would say
That's
that again,
Blake's.
he does know you have the ability.
I cock the hand crossbow and I go, Mr. Dottery, if you could do something about this whole my brain being filled with worms, that would be nice. Then I'll shoot this motherfucker.
And because you're deaf, you say it very.
I say,
Oh, I forgot to mention, those of you who succeed on the second Constitution save, you're now immune to worm rot for 24 hours.
But not those who succeeded the first one.
No.
Yeah, I'm immune!
Would that be the one with 18 and below?
Yeah. So, yeah, exactly.
No, because you succeeded the first check.
Yeah.
You
didn't need to make
Then I also had to do...
No.
I was sad that I didn't get swallowed by it because it would have been so much more fun to be turned into a fire elemental inside.
Yeah, it can still happen.
Yeah.
Sure.
They can definitely.
Why would you swallow fire?
Dreams be dreams.
Glass.
So, Blake, you turn on the flux rod, and I'm guessing you attack as soon as you can see the creature?
Yes.
Yeah, very well. Then we jump over to Dabry.
Tiger it! And then I mount up.
So you're not gonna hit.
27.
Oh, no, when he used his 5 points of...
Yeah, no, this is hit, I think.
That's my reaction shot.
Oh, right. Yeah, you hit.
And now feel the pain of 8 points of damage.
Cool.
Flat? Because
of me?
What's her name?
I don't know.
Blake's standing here. No, he's not flanking right now. He does get sneak attack because 5 creatures is within 5 feet.
Oh yeah, I always forget that.
Oh yeah, that's also one of the sneak attack things. That is
This game has a lot of rules.
Yep.
So many rules.
See, this is more like it.
60.
D&D.
Do you guys think this thing might be immune to charm?
I think
And
it has
additional
28. Jesus. Cool.
Let's go with a big yes on that one.
Anything else you do, Darby, on your turn? You have used your action and movement.
Yeah. I mean, the only option would be to, use my second action search.
Yeah, certainly.
Don't have.
I think.
You don't have 2 of those.
I don't have one of those. No.
No.
Yeah. No, I'll wait.
Can you fly with the Stasia?
Yeah, you use.
Yeah, I want to stay close to you guys so you can get your saves.
Oh yeah, good point.
Very well.
Can we fly with you on the Stasia?
Then it's Aboraxia's next turn.
No!
I forgot about that.
Fuck.
Aurora,
Yes.
gonna turn around, try to swallow you.
Fuck.
Don't get swallowed.
I don't think that's gonna hit. That's only gonna be 11, I guess.
Miss.
The ground beneath you just starts to buckle down as just the last chunk is eaten. 2 tendrils fly. One against the paladin. The other against, let's see, that's gonna be the fire
I
elemental.
switch my weapons.
Yeah. That, no worries.
Yeah.
So, Darby, that's gonna be 28 against AC.
I'll then use shield.
Yeah. Well,
So miss.
and yeah, that's just gonna make it miss, right? Then you get up to 28.
No, that gets me up to 30.
Your shield is plus 10?
No, it's plus 5.
What is your AC?
It's 21, and then when I'm wielding my actual shield, it's 25.
How is it 21 without a shield though?
Because I have a
Wild.
Because he is
Yes,
more
plus-
metal than man.
+1 full plate, right?
He is
and then
small
also.
Oh, right.
and hard to hit.
Oh, paladin and fighter. Oh, dang.
So, and Naris,
Yeah.
that's gonna be 26 against your AC.
Fire, I don't think.
Yeah, that's very true.
Oh yeah, that still hits.
Yeah.
Has to come on.
Yeah.
+1 plus and defense.
You take
What did it attack me
I'm the
with?
perfect tank.
that's one of its tendrils with
Because
chaff.
if it touched me, I believe it takes some sort of fire damage.
Well, it's a ranged attack. So,
Alright.
you take first, let's say 16 points of piercing damage, and you need to make a Constitution save.
16 points. Right. And a
Unless the elemental is immune to poison, then you don't.
It is.
Can you
Poison
poison fire?
Has no blood.
Very well. Then you only take the 16 points of damage, but it's counted as and it counts as magical, so you don't get resistance to it.
No, but I don't. I get resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magic.
Yeah. So, but you still take full damage from it. Well, that was its second turn. Then we're back to Eos.
Yes. Okay, I'll just say it. So is there a plan here, or do we just smack it until it dies?
I think smack until it dies.
If you can hit everything that's going to slow it down, make it less spready and attacking.
Yeah, if you can
Didn't we already hit it with something?
try putting it to sleep.
Yes.
Casting slow.
Please roll an intelligence check for me.
No.
But you're so dumb.
17.
17. You know, because it has had its second turn now,
Yeah.
its reaction has reset. Meaning if you attack it, it can use the rain of worms again.
Oh, was that?
That's a reaction.
Attacked, it can do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So
If
is
you,
that
if
something?
you do anything about that, that'd be great.
Is it? Yeah. The question is, is it a reaction to being damaged, or is it a reaction to being attacked?
It seems to be when it takes damage, it can do it.
So so should I do something to it that doesn't do damage?
Or maybe
Yeah,
you
or
want
you
your party to scatter further before you start to attack it, so not all of you are.
Oh yeah. Okay,
This
that
is
makes
a
sense. That
creature.
makes sense.
Do we think this is a creature?
Okay, fine.
Technically, then the whole monster might work.
You think it's an aberration.
Okay.
That's still a creature.
Yeah, it's still it's a monster, so.
Yeah, a whole monster will work.
Okay.
Try.
Okay. I will. Then I'll go to my dance, obviously.
You can dance if you want.
And I will run over to
Use this from behind.
Oh no, he does the worm.
His friends don't dance.
I'll run over to Balake, Squanair, and I'll cast Great Invisibility on him.
I'm everywhere.
Well, in fact, nowhere. Have fun! And, 1, 2, 3, that's 3 squares. And then, I guess I will run 1, 2, 3, and then over here-ish.
Yes.
So I have about 80 feet of movement. Or exactly 80 feet of movement.
Just need to double check something with invisibility.
Oh, you
Oh right, that's only.
No, so I just have extra 10 feet. Oh, not 80, I meant 40. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
What is the difference between invisibility and great invisibility?
You can
It's
cast
greater!
spells.
I can attack without it
Being broken.
Oh, I see.
That means constant sneak attack, bitch!
I can do all the things that will normally break in the invisibility. That's all.
The only thing that's going to take it off now is 1 minute at a time or concentration.
Or you getting smacked in the face.
Both are unlikely. Can I hide again, please?
Yeah.
unless that's a bonus.
That's a bonus
Then
action.
I will not hide again. Thank you very much. Your
You're
Honor.
welcome. Yes.
End of turn.
Why don't you want to use bonus action?
I already used my bonus action to dance.
Oh,
In fact,
Well.
is your dance ability, is that the blade singer ability?
Yeah.
So weird that they haven't.
Then
That they made the blade singer and then probably forgot about the blade singer.
well, we go over to Jace.
We're okay. I guess I'll try what's it called, Ice Blade?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a melee spell attack.
Very well.
Yeah, that's a butch, so never mind about that.
That was a natural one, you say?
Yes, it was.
But I'm not facts.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
If you dare. It's laughing at us.
Yeah, never mind. Wow. That's
You
it is a one.
Boy.
What? The fuck?
Well, okay. Your blade hits,
Wow.
nothing happens. Well, then we go to Aboraxia's turn again. It moves again. It's gonna move towards Eos.
me?
You're in a bush.
And it has 60 feet of movement. So
Fuck me.
So it's here.
Yeah, it's double movement.
it's gonna try to place itself between Eos and Naris.
Yeah, you can do.
Yeah, I can do that. I just thought we can, yeah.
Oh, remember, Nereus is larger than is larger.
That's right.
This can be Finland.
Nereus is thick.
One of those.
How do we
Cardboard
in sync to
Hey, that works.
That works. It's a bit annoying to move though, isn't it?
Here we go.
Merci, thank you.
What's your AC? Yes.
My AC is 20.
20.
But aren't you in half cover or something?
Maybe I'm half cover.
Yeah, it isn't half cover. I already taken into that.
What does that give you again?
You get, I believe, is +2 to AC against ranged attacks.
It's something stupid like that, yeah.
I can just watch.
Oh, it's on the back of the screen there.
Yeah, half cover +2 AC and dexterity saving throw against attack and effects that are originated on the opposite side of the cover.
So that would still count.
Yeah.
Because he's on the opposite side.
But again, it misses you, it takes the bite, but the trees you were hiding behind,
Yum, yum.
they're gone.
Not the trees!
Save the
Well, someone think about
Something someone
The
said.
trees are killing people.
Also, to be fair, he wasn't hiding behind them.
No, but standing behind them then. They were-
I was just sort of there. This is a tree.
Again, both attacks, even with half cover, if we had that into, it's gonna hit Eos.
How much?
24 and 29.
I will use shield, so that's only one hit.
Yeah, okay, come on.
As a reaction.
So you need to make a Constitution save as one of the tendrils try to impact you.
What the fuck?
Does impact you.
It's not as good as the other one. So how does 8 save?
Yep. No. So first and foremost, you take 16 points of piercing damage.
16.
And you need to, and then you fail your dexterity save as well.
Do I?
Yes.
If you can, as a reaction, move 5 squares, then you can give him 10 PV.
Sorry, just quickly. So you said I take 16 points of damage.
Yeah.
Then what happens?
Then you take poison damage as well. That's what I'm trying to find out.
Right. Okay. I have resistance to that.
Yes.
Do I save against it?
No, you failed against that one.
How do you know that?
Because you rolled and told me you rolled 8.
That's a Constitution.
Yeah, Constitution saving throw. That's from the poison. I haven't asked you to make a concentration check yet.
I thought you said dexterity.
Oh, I meant Constitution.
Oh, okay. Sorry, that's why I got confused. See, the 99 that's
83.
83. Thank you.
So that's gonna be 6.
Look, use any of your many rogue abilities to.
That's gonna be 32 points of poison damage halved.
16.
So 32 in total. From 16 from the first attack and 16 from the poison.
Oh, that's technically true. Yes. So my math. 6. Thank you.
I think it's just true. Actually.
So you need to make a concentration check for greater invisibility, which is gonna be 16.
Yeah, because is it 2 separate instances of taking damage?
No,
or is it
this
one?
is one attack.
So it's so I have to get a 16.
16 or above.
But I have a bonus on that. Thank fuck.
So close to being a 20.
No fucking way. No.
Well, Blake, you appear again.
I'm like, oh, sorry.
That was a bit on the window, really.
Well. Jace.
Yes.
No, wait.
you know.
That was that turn. So it's Aura's turn.
Okay. I'm going to, only because I can, I will shadow leap to here.
So you would be in the bushes?
You can always shadow leap?
I can always shadow leap.
You don't need shadows?
I mean,
Yeah.
Again, she is within a forest. So
the suggestion, aim for the bushes.
But if there's a clearing,
then will that affect my attack skills if I go into the forest?
Oh. Yeah, would it get cover against her attack?
No. That's because she can
Also, it's significantly bigger than the trees.
Yeah, okay. Then I will go here. Boosh. Oh, wait. Can I get...
no,
No, I can't.
Yeah, you won't get flanked.
It's the logic of
Yeah,
shadow
but I shadow leap so I get advantage.
Essentially, nothing has shadow as long as you're in the universe or on the surface of
So
the sun.
advantage on... I will use my
And
braces.
there is some form of shadow.
Have a shadow then. Like on top of your head.
That's a natural 20!
Cool.
Always shadow.
You actually crit on a sneak attack?
I actually critted on a sneak attack! So...
Fuck me.
Yeah! Double the dice.
Double the fun.
Double the fun. That's a 6, and that's
Pass the
6.
calories.
And that's a 6, and that's 7.
What the hell kind of math are you doing?
I don't know!
What is your grouping here,
This
girl?
is...
Terrible.
Do
math.
10s instead of 6 and a 4. And then you have 4 left for the 6.
Yeah, that's exactly fair.
Yes, how much is that?
That's
Exactly
30
30.
plus your dexterity modifier.
Wow.
Plus my dex.
Well, so it's 60.
Plus
it.
5.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, but that's 30, double, so 60, and then plus 5, so 65 points of damage. On the first attack.
That is
Hey.
And then the second one.
attack.
Is that also sneak attack?
No. You only get sneak attack.
That is 28.
No, she's flanking.
That hits.
I'm not.
No.
And 6 points of damage.
Oh, she's not sneak attack, but maybe advantage.
Guess you technically have to do
Well.
Ow.
So, yes. And as my bonus action, I will click my...
You have already used your bonus action.
That's correct.
Well,
per attack action.
Well, guys, those within 20 feet, roll a Constitution check.
Fuck you!
I am myself also still within 20 feet because I'm an idiot.
I'm gonna say Ears and Aurora, you have advantage because you are within.
Oh! What did you do?
That's another one.
Well, it doesn't matter. You're me.
+4.
Constitution.
So we had the sensitive fail last time.
Is it a Dex save, you say?
Constitution save.
Constitution save.
11.
11, very well.
Nope, it's a 2.
Ah, boy.
Those who rolled a 16 or above, you take a total of 6 points of necrotic damage. Those
One of
you
the cool people.
you take 12 points and need to roll a secondary Constitution save unless you are already immune.
I am immune.
So that will be both you and
To
Blake.
what, sorry, what kind of damage? Immunity?
Necrotic damage.
Ah, that's better. But it's not going, no.
5.
Oh,
5 on the second. Yeah. Okay. 19. You succeed on yours. Naris, you take an additional 6 points of acid damage and are now deafened and blind.
But
How much?
6 points additionally, and you're deafened and blind.
aren't you immune to diseases?
I am.
Like you're an elemental though. Like,
Oh, if you're immune,
No,
then you
no,
don't need to
poison
roll the second
fire.
one.
Well, I still think
condition.
is the damage also part of the...
It's part of
Exhausted,
the
grappled,
disease.
paralyzed, petrified, poisoned, prone, restrained, and unconscious.
Which one is he getting?
It's a disease, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you never seen a fire elemental with the cold?
Well, with the running fever.
But you have been ill as of late.
And then it just goes like black
Disease
smoke.
isn't a condition.
That is wow.
We told you to stop smoking.
13. Again, you're immune to the disease from now.
Because I have been healed?
Yeah.
Oh, hey!
So you don't need to roll the
take
second
the 6 damage. No.
No.
I don't take the 6 damage.
Only those that are still can be affected by it. Very well.
Oh, I'm assuming the worms landing on him are also not having a great time.
Yeah, again. Very well.
Wasn't even supposed to be on this one today.
Then we have Naruto's turn.
Alright, then
Wait,
I
wait,
will
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
multi-attack.
Do it.
Remember, you have disadvantage because you're deaf and blind.
Alright, so this is the first attack.
Do one anyway.
How did those worms get in?
Hey!
So that is an 18.
18. That
And
hits.
the second attack would be 15.
Doesn't hit.
13.
13, yeah.
Still doesn't
So
hit.
one hit,
Yeah.
and that is 2d6
Yeah.
plus 3. So that is 13 points of fire damage.
13.
Oh, nice.
That is half.
If it's a flammable object,
It's not.
It
It's
ignites.
resistance to fire.
Good to know. So I was
It takes 6 points.
to fireball it, but well now.
Seems reasonable.
What do we think it does like? Radiant? Probably radiant.
Yeah, it keeps dealing necrotic.
Yeah, so...
If it's not good with fire, it might be more effective with frost.
Yeah, well, if it's not
If
something
it's all moist.
Maybe we can ask it.
Don't we usually have both of them?
Oh yeah, shit.
Hey, can we just have like a rule of thumb? Please don't refer to the enemy as moist.
Is it corrupt? And
It's
very moist.
moist and maggoty.
I prefer spongy.
What kind of high is it?
Der er noget med svisker.
Svisketærte og noget chokolade, et eller andet andet.
Wow.
I tager bare.
Anyone want a piece?
Oh, it's
yes.
good.
I will actually.
Oh, the higher of you. Yes,
Very sexy.
Now, are you gonna use your bonus action turn?
So who was saying yes? One.
Otherwise, you can invoke the blessing.
In a begge to?
No, not for any of these. Well, actually, hang on. I can use it.
Again, all the benefits you get from that's just as long as the blessing is working.
Okay, well then I use the bonus action to add my wisdom modifier to the damage.
Yeah, so you have 3 different things that you become able once you invoke the...
Yeah, but it's only one of them that's...
Yeah, again, so when you are invoking the blessing, you can add your wisdom modifier to any damage you do with weapons or spells. Creatures.
No, actually, no, I won't do that because it's resistant to fire. So it seems.
Again, it works for 1 minute or 10 rounds. So.
Oh, it's not the cooldown.
No. Again, it works for 1 minute. You can activate it once per long rest as a bonus action.
Alright, then I activate it and add 5 to the damage.
Very well. So you see the flames on Naros' blood, it just turns green instead. As it invokes the blessing of Olok.
Olaf?
Olok.
No, the blessing of Olaf.
Yeah.
Samantha. I don't even know.
I don't think it was just Olaf.
That was a really good voice.
Oh no.
I'm a fire elemental. I like warm hugs.
You think they're slugs? They're not. But
So, we have a certain blockade on.
Right, I'm gonna take an amount of steps backwards. That is, I'm gonna.
So at least 20 feet.
I'm gonna be away from the rain of
Fucking worms?
of worms.
As you say some stupid ass names.
Yeah. And I.
It has already used its reaction, so.
Oh wait!
Hallelujah!
I'm
It's
standing
raining
here.
worms.
I go
Oh,
1,
crumbs.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Am I still flanking them?
Yeah, I'm gonna say so.
Ah, cool.
Because
Because
that's
that
a
was-
fire elemental right
I
next to
also
it.
think that was a move and a dash.
Yep.
And then
I don't want to be a dick, but can he threaten if he's blind? Can she threaten if she's blind?
Yeah, she still has reactions.
Shit,
So it just disadvantage. It was different if he was unconscious.
And I shoot him with my hand crispy.
Very well.
Sure.
What do you mean for blind?
No, I directed it when dark vision. Jeg ved ikke, hvad det hedder.
No, if you're blind, no.
15 then.
Can there ever be
Doesn't
dark
it?
next to a fire elemental though?
The bolt is just consumed by the maggots.
Yeah.
That's why I have dark vision.
Well, shit.
I can see the dark. Oh, damn it. I can see the dark, but I will never experience that. That joy.
And that's the third.
For the
Very
dark.
well. And then
Let
we
me
have
sleep.
Dameron.
I have a little quest to find some darkness. Aww. They told me there would be darkness here.
According to Aurora's abilities, there's darkness everywhere.
Oh wait. We should work together then.
So I'm going to poke the giant fire elemental and get rid of your disease.
Yes.
Nice.
There are
How much do you take for that?
1d10.
Winston?
the shadows in my heart. There are shadows everywhere.
You need to go down.
And if you are made of an ignitable material,
Yeah, but unfortunately, things your object to wear doesn't catch fire.
How many dice of lay on hands do you use for?
5.
Or is that that's 5 points?
5 points. Yeah.
So that means you can do it about twice.
No, I
No,
have.
you have 5 per level.
Yeah.
Or you can do it a ton of times.
Yeah. I have 7 left.
So,
And then I'm going to use my action surge because I want to hit this thing.
Very well.
Best healings in this
It's
game.
pretty handy. Does require touch though.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
also,
these are
it's
two
also
separate attacks.
like
Yeah.
to heal anything.
Same results. Do I hit you on 30?
would that be flanking?
No, not for that
Okay.
direction.
I
There.
don't need to.
But yeah, you're 30. Yeah,
I'm fine.
yeah. You
30 hits. Yeah.
you gather from the other attacks that 18 is the minimum.
how is it looking? The
Big old
Annoyed at this point.
Hard to sort of exactly say.
Again, you can see that down these chunks
that
of
worm looks a little
burnt
bit
worms that fall down.
I'm going to put in 2 second level spells into these attacks.
So that one looks just right.
There's a bunch of worms that just forms a big old there's a big old
Does there have 2d8 I can borrow?
Yes.
Yes.
She does.
2 big ones, please.
Party stuff in see like this cube with the angered it. It had 2 swords in it that just went up
Into a frowny face. Wow.
and 2 daggers came up in there.
Oh my god, I love it.
It's 20.
Is that radiant
up
or
from
the
the
D8?
inside.
All the D8s are radiant, yeah.
Cool.
Let's see how.
Is radiant effective?
Yeah, it isn't resistant to radiant.
No, but not vulnerable either.
No.
Okay.
Alright, so. That's an 8, right? That's an 8, so it's 6 minutes. So I got 20, 40, 45, 59.
Aw,
59.
boo.
Yeah.
Bad.
59. Ugh.
So not a high score yet in damage.
Very well. It didn't like that. You see, what are you using the glaive or the
That's the lance.
lance?
What kind of damage? Just regular.
Regular and radiant.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So you
Exploded.
jab it into its body. You see like this large explosion that sending out these worms just dead instantly. Then it is Aboraxia's second turn.
Yeah.
I want to turn.
No, you can't.
Actually, I'm fine
You
with
can't handle the turn.
You can handle 2 turns.
that. You're absolutely right.
This is a
Yes, what was your saving? 80,
My AC currently is 25.
25,
the cover.
Yeah, so 27.
27.
If I still have cover.
Jesus. Fuck.
Because shield lasts the round, bitch.
You
So,
have it.
so yeah, so it gets 2 attacks in round, but I haven't had my turn
27. Okay, then it just hits you.
yet. Fuck. Never mind.
Make dexterity save.
What's the point?
Roll high.
It's just gonna eat me.
Chomp, chomp, bitch.
That's single digits.
14? No. Yes.
Not enough.
No, of course.
You
it isn't.
take a total of 20 points piercing damage, and you are swallowed.
Of course I am. Whee!
You can't die anyways. You're fine.
Fair point.
So if you just could put ES's
Yum,
figure
yum,
into
yum.
onto
Chomp, chomp,
Aboraxia.
chomp.
Nope.
No, the wrong.
That's not.
The other one. The close. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Very well.
I live here now.
I cannot be less stealthy than 20.
Shall be consumed.
And then it turns around and starts to jab at Daenerys.
You have like something that anything that goes up from you.
Fireball.
Oh yeah.
I'm out. Yeah.
So
I'll
that's
just
gonna-
cast fireball.
19
With both
and
resistance.
21. Okay. No.
Explosion.
Oh wait. Oh, I wasn't within 30.
My AC is 60.
So just
As
making
a
sure you
fireman.
can't die, right?
Technically.
Unless the problem is he will reform where his weapon is. And right now the weapon is inside the worm.
Seems to be one problem with worm.
That sucks.
Actually, I guess Mom is going to reform the worm poop, which not fun for you, but
So let's see here now. You take a total
But
of
maybe if
from
you
the Jurassic Park.
It can open doors.
Wrong scene, but yeah.
Unlike Eeyore.
But I like your enthusiasm.
Eeyore hasn't figured that one out quite yet. He's sort of slowly getting to it.
Is that the first one?
He can, door handles are okay, knobs, no way.
they are tricky.
Wait.
Actual
I
knobs.
thought he could handle.
He can handle.
Now
many
you
good
take a
stuff.
total of 46 points of piercing damage.
Fuck!
46.
This thing sucks.
Right.
Get the fuck
celestial evil.
away.
Quite hard. Quite
Very well.
You when transform.
And then we go to Yes' turn. At the start of your turn,
Yeah, of course, I died.
Yeah.
I return to
you
my
take.
regular-
Let's see here.
Acid damage.
Now turn to Raven.
Don't worry, just 66.
Det betyder at like archdruids er basically umuligt at dræbe.
Ja, hvorfor er de det?
Fordi de har unlimited amounts of
Every turn you just into a new elemental.
unlimited amount of wild shapes.
Well, I mean, no, but the thing is, if you deal the damage
24 points of acid damage.
24 acid?
Well,
I'm acid resistant. So 12. Still a lot of damage.
How we doing?
29.
Unlimited amount.
you have been very unlucky, brother.
Well, it has taken.
I like
Sorry.
What's your
Again, you gather from this point, the people who start to cast spells, those are the ones it's focusing on right now.
Well, that's useful.
I only cast like 2 spells and none of them were it. But okay.
Again, you didn't get stabbed for 46 points of damage like now.
It's my turn. Do I have a feeling whether, if I were to cast something that required a dexterity save from it, do I have a feeling that it would do bad at that? There would be some sort of penalty for avoiding something that I was casting, since I am in fact inside of it.
You cannot miss.
Yeah, I'm gonna say so.
Cool.
Is its digestive system particularly dexterous?
Are we talking automatic fail?
No, that doesn't quite work.
I'm gonna go to point of the disadvantage.
Fair enough. I cast disintegrate.
Not quite.
Oh shit!
You what?
What?
You are. You're Men in Black in this bitch.
Yeah, it failed.
Let me just quickly find the
Disintegrate den der bare sådan, de her mængde terninger, okay, that's not that bad, plus 50.
It takes 10d6 plus 40 force damage. I don't know how it does with force damage.
That goes through.
You need some
no
d6.
problem.
I do need some d6s.
There should be like 7 there.
47. Yeah. Oh, I got it. Thank you.
Ooh!
Good, that's a good roll. Got 10, 20, 30, 40, 45. What? 45. So 85 points of force damage.
Very well. You can see like this bubble, almost like.
Oh no, Jesus is dead.
He's still a fighting spirit.
Does that in some way maybe enable me to get out of it?
Like, does he fall
If
out?
I fully disintegrate a large part of this
There's
creature?
usually if you deal this amount of damage, you can essentially get out.
Again, if you want to, you can get regurgitated at this point.
Yes, I would like to.
Very well.
Would I?
Yes.
I assume so.
Probably. Almost certainly.
I can't cast disintegrate again. So
Did it not have any more
I need to
texture?
make a Constitution save, Constitution saving throw to see whether or not
Does
you.
it have any legendary?
Nope, it succeeded. It rolled 18 and has plus 9 to Constitution.
yeah. All right. Yeah.
Or not plus 9, plus 6.
Yeah.
So
rules.
it,
Forget them.
So I still did it.
you feel like it coils yourself around.
So yes. So that was my action. I have movement.
Yeah.
Does that help me in any way
Did you get some
whatsoever?
magical items that help you?
You can try to move.
I mean, because if it's made up of creatures.
Again,
So can I sort of start digging my way out? Maybe with the help of disintegration?
yeah.
I do so.
Yeah, you start to get closer to the mouth itself, out the maw.
Yeah, oh, it wouldn't make. I couldn't really get out the side of it?
No,
Alright, okay, I start.
because the worms start to like
Oh, nice.
build upon themselves from the outside.
Ah, yeah,
Like,
fuckers. Alright, do I have to roll something for that, or is it just, which is cool?
I'm gonna say you have advantage on the next time you try to escape. I'll give it disadvantage to
Cool,
keep
alright,
going.
yeah, sure, thanks.
So why did you want to just be spit out?
I did,
It had to make a constitution.
I can do.
And it's one of its two main.
What do I have? Bonus action. Am I sort of smished? Can I?
Yeah, again, you can feel the worm starts to like coil around you and start
So
to.
if I wanted to maybe go for a little healing potion.
Yeah. Again, it's gonna be that awkward. Like you can't be certain that a worm won't get in as well.
Also, don't drop it at any point because you're inside the worm, and I assume that's counting as the worm drinking it.
Yeah.
Good point.
He's just feeding the worm now.
Well, I am feeding the worm. Feed the worm. So, but I can't get my. Okay, thank you. That's my turn.
Very well. And then we are to Jason's turn.
Let's do great at healing.
So I am going to use Ice Blast.
Yeah.
On it, since it's a 20-foot cube, that's just gonna hit it.
Yeah, and don't worry, ES has full cover, so it doesn't get tired by the thing.
So it has to make a dexterity save with DC save is 20.
Yeah, didn't succeed on that.
Cool.
But this giant worm not dexterous?
And then I need 10d6. Can I borrow some die?
Yes.
What are you doing now?
Ice blast.
Oh, all right. That's the
How much do you need?
I'm good. Just that's 8. 1, 2.
Yeah, actually, no. It probably would. It would use it.
That's up to you. You didn't use it with the old disintegrate, so I thought.
Okay, and I can re-roll the ones. So that's
Actually, I had forgotten it had at that point.
Oh, thank God.
That is pretty.
Are you going to use your?
Yeah, legendary resistance.
Yeah. Okay. So. That is.
But you can use your ability to make it fail if you want.
I was wondering, you know what? I will fate break that.
10.
Make a perception check first before you use it.
Okay, so that's 41?
Perception.
Yeah, 41 points of frost damage.
20.
20. Okay, 41.
Yeah.
It uses one of the legendary resistance to have that, and it has resistance to ice damage.
Okay.
Shoot, it's only
So
10.
10.
So that's why I'm allowing you to make a perception check, so you can see this might not be this roll I want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
But knowing is I don't know, like how
I'm glad
you
you
like half
forgot
that.
the legendary resistance.
I mean, it was.
I was afraid, but
I mean,
so
it
much
was the battle, so like,
it was
yeah.
cool with 85.
No. That was my mistake.
It's 6.
Oh,
So that's we're done. That's all I could do.
Hvad gør den, når du får den flere dice, hvis du kaster den højere, eller får den...
Or maybe 2 tons.
Jamen, det var om den også får mere plusser.
But you also disintegrate.
Plusser.
Yeah, you add 3d6 per lap.
Damage, that's going to be 26 against your AC.
Yeah, that's it.
Very well. Roll a dexterity save as a.
Yeah, 28.
No, because this is past my shield spell.
Oh, alright.
I'm willing to dexterity save. For anything particular?
And you're within 20 feet of this?
Yeah, this is well to see whether or not you'll get swallowed.
Oh, cool.
That potion of greater.
Do I get a bonus in this? That's my fetish?
What?
Do I get a bonus in that
No,
fetish? Well,
then I get bonus.
because damage going down.
Well,
Greater potion of
I'm gonna allow you to choose whether or not Anastasia gets down with you or not.
I don't think she does now.
Yeah, because you're Cavalier, so you can actually push her away.
Greater healing damage. 4d4 plus 4.
So, Dabri, you take a total of, that's going to be 11 points. No, sorry, 18. 18.
18 points.
With blackjack and boogers.
50. Yeah, okay. Give that down.
So you just see Aboraxia turns around, follows Anastasia, and just grabs the paladin.
Well, that was dead as well now. Where's my accent? What?
I think that he's dead. Then we see disintegrate. Oh, he's fine. Alright, David gets.
Blake, watch your.
The bed comes running around. Oh, he's fine.
First and foremost, Aboraxia is going to move beneath Anastasia, standing between the two ropes.
She's flying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Laris, you get attack opportunity with disadvantage. What's the ropes AC?
Well,
That's a hit because you're
20, right for you? Or
yes, it should be 20 because I have the braces on. So.
What did I say? Plus.
And Blake, what's your AC?
yeah plus 6.
Okay, then it misses both of you. You just jump out of the way.
Whoa!
20. Do you hit?
I'll say. I'm not gonna say it because I'm gonna jinx it.
Don't use the dice.
So that would be 12 points of fire damage plus 5 for my wisdom.
Yeah.
Wait, why does he have disadvantage?
He's blinded and.
I healed
Oh,
her.
right, sorry. No,
Yeah.
then you don't.
Alright, but I hit it down.
Okay, well, so that was 9 plus 5, that's going to be.
No, 12 points of fire damage. So if it's
So
resistant to
17,
that,
then
add 5
okay.
for the blessing.
Math.
Oh lord.
Where?
And I added 5 because of the math.
Cool. And then we have.
Oh, no, math.
Me?
Yep.
Okay. Does it have a shadow?
Yeah.
Apparently everything. I mean, yeah, it does have a shadow.
Everyone has shadows in this
That is
house.
exactly my problem. I can't find shadows so I can test my dark vision.
Okay.
It's probably a fire element.
Again, as you can see on the compass, its shadow would be falling this way. So
Yes. So, was my teleportation, was my shadow leap a bonus action?
it's bonus action.
Depending on the type of items.
Yes. Okay. I will shadow leap because then I get advantage to
Yeah.
and I want to use one of my attacks to shadow bind the bitch.
Cool. So it needs to make a dex save or
Strength saving.
strength. Okay. I'm gonna tell you this is its strongest suit or strongest save,
Yeah.
This is greatest strength.
and I rolled a natural 20. So you slam your dagger into its shadow, and you can see for a moment it's like a string, like,
Yeah.
and then it just moves free, unhindered.
Okay. But I still have. That's not an
You have used your bonus action and you've used a standard action. That's
a standard action. So the only thing I can do is run. So I'm just going to back up into the forest.
Okay, then you provoke an attack opportunity.
Yes, I
You
know.
can only disengage his
No,
bonus action?
she shadow
shadow.
us.
Yeah,
So
but that's okay. I do
doesn't
not
matter. I roll a
mind.
natural 1.
Hey!
So I go from a natural 20 to a natural 1. That's extreme.
Oh shit! I could have activated. Never mind.
Your almonds.
My fate
You need to
breaker.
do that.
Yes.
Really activate
Right.
your almonds.
Yeah.
What's your fate breaker right now?
I can
Automatically
make
makes a
someone
creature fails.
fail a d20 roll. That would have been cool.
Wild.
You better hold on to that.
It's one per long rest.
Very well. And now it has to use its reaction to make an attack, so it cannot use the worm thingy. So, Naris, your turn.
That was really good.
Nurse, it's over here. It's over here, Nurse. Nurse, follow my voice until you walk into something.
You can hear Blake, but you can't see him because of this massive figure.
Alright, good. For goodness, not blind or deaf anymore. It's fine.
I scoot over here.
Just burn your way through the forest, yeah?
Well, I mean, it's my home, so
I do whatever I want with it.
Again, try to do whatever I want.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
And starter.
Just gonna turn into like your halfling, right?
and then
Get out and swamp.
I will.
Why is it on fire?
No, because it seems to be resistant to that.
Roll down its mouth.
So, no, I don't. That doesn't
Right.
seem like.
Hug it.
Well, no, actually, what I think I will do
Forceful hug.
is I will drop my fire elemental form,
Yeah?
and then I will cast Moonbeam directly on top of the
Also, the ability is restraining, right?
Shadowbind. I paralyze.
Paralyzed. Okay, it's because it's immune to that effect, actually. So
It's immune to paralyzation.
Because it's a lot of things.
again, it's a creature created by a god. So.
No, that was a load-bearing worm.
Alright, and I'll cast
No,
it
that's the
on
turns, though.
the 6th level.
I mean, I feel like we're all creatures
Can I
created by
roll
gods.
some d10s?
How many you need?
2.
And what's your spell save?
It has to succeed on a Constitution saving throw, and it has to succeed
Yeah, it succeeded on that.
against 18.
Yeah, it roll 18 on die plus 6. So.
Right, so it only takes half damage from the
Really?
But
Moonbeam.
is Moonbeam radiant?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Also,
Holy
plus,
shit,
plus
that's
11.
a tough movie.
Same.
10.
100 damage?
High level. Do we get moonbeamed?
No, you are immune to effects outside.
Say 20.
Yeah, 20, right?
Moonband?
Moonbeam.
And we can have 34, yeah. 34 points of radiant damage.
Ooh, boy. Very well.
Moonbeam.
Half if it succeeded on it.
Oh, right, yeah.
Are you within 5 feet of it?
No, 10.
Please?
Well, then I am within 5.
You're like casting this ball, like, shit. Don't mind me. Very well. Then we have Blake.
Blake?
Jesus,
Chase the house down.
walk over, so I flank.
Yeah.
And turn my thing into a sword.
Yeah.
Shit. Bazooka.
Bazooka go closer? Yeah, that's not gonna...
Point blank range.
And then I stab it with a sword.
Yeah.
I feel like we've been trying all these things.
No.
Maybe just stab it with a sword.
I mean, fair point. Like, it would be done to stab with the bazooka.
It's gonna eat your sword.
24 puts it down. It's hitting 24
to hit.
So it's a hit.
Yeah.
It's and then I snark attack them.
Snark attack.
I'm telling you, all y'all, it's sneak attack.
Oh no, why is the music sad now?
I wonder why.
Oh,
Because it's dying.
Something is
dying.
34 points of stab damage.
Nice.
And what you guys see is just a sword
And then I
going in and out of the
attack
gut.
it, turn it into the spear.
It was sad because Blake was like, I'm always going to...
Dabber, you feel like something gently breeze through between your legs, like, oh, what was that?
Well, that's not a new feeling.
What was that? I mean, I don't dislike it.
Well, it's really gentle.
And
Very well. Then, anything else?
can I have what's in reaction?
Yeah. So you can just move away without using bonus action to do so.
Yeah, but I think I would have to use my bonus action to run. So I go. I dash as well, so I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Get into the circle protection! I don't know if that is in fact anything.
Probably.
It's
So
like
now you're in it.
I evoke the power of nature to do the thing.
oh yeah! Why didn't we do that?
Very well. Then we have Darry.
Yes.
You need to make a Constitution save at the start of your turn.
Okay.
Oh no, sorry, you don't even actually. I'll just roll damage.
Okay.
That's
We can't save from it?
no.
I thought there was one advantage of having Davry down here with me, would be that we got to save against the damage, but nope.
It's not that
There's more
bad.
advantage.
That's gonna be a total of 17 points of acid damage.
Not that bad.
Yeah, I'm not
17.
17. Okay.
Thank you.
It's eating you! And then it's gonna eat me!
So how's your
Oh my god!
how's your dex save is pretty good, right?
It's okay. I don't know how much is going to come into play in here.
Well, it might come to play in here.
Oh boy.
This is a GM rolling thing.
No?
This is kind of ground inside me.
Are you gonna hold
You
on?
you cannot use the tower if that's what you're wondering.
Then I'm gonna stab it.
Very well.
What were we going to use?
I was gonna use the Darren's Instant Fortress.
Oh shit!
Inside of it?
Yeah.
Can I put the rose country inside the fortress? Is that a thing?
The what?
I have the same thing as just a house instead of a fortress.
Oh, yeah.
Again, if you could
car.
activate it beneath it, I will allow it, but you cannot do it inside of it.
Then we'd just be on top of it.
Yeah, I'll stab it then.
Very well.
Is there enough room in here to stab with?
Yeah. Again, it's a bit awkward, but you don't get disadvantage or anything like that.
They're not restrained from their spawn?
Nope.
Not by this thing, apparently.
It's blinded and restrained, and it has total cover against attacks and other things.
Yeah, sorry about
See,
that.
yeah, no, I think
So
so.
that means
Restraint.
Your speed becomes 0. Attack rolls against which you have advantage, and you have disadvantage. And disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
okay. So I have disadvantage.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is one attack.
Restraint isn't that bad. It's not incapacitating.
It's not paralyzed.
So, yeah, so there's no...
That's so sad.
Are you lucky?
I am, but I believe I get 20.
20, that hits. Again, 18.
Oh, sorry, I get 18. Sorry, 18.
18 still
But
hits.
that's way more reasonable.
And I get 19.
19, that also
Yeah,
hits.
just shake.
Let's see, I have one sentinel spell left, which I don't have anything good about spending on that one. And I'll spend a third level spell. Just why not?
You can spend more than one spell on each right?
No, there's 2 attacks.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
just pumping all of it into one attack, hit.
Smite.
So that's the second level, and
From the depth of view, I stab at
can I
the...
borrow 3d8?
Yes. 1.
Thank you.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on and stab!
10,
Let's stab.
20.
Put on your red shoes.
Do you roll a
and
d12 when you use the lance in sight? Not on Anastasia?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the base damage of the lances.
Okay.
35. 49.
49. Okay. Very well. I need to roll a constitution check in order to see whether or not it throws you up.
Yeah.
It fails.
Oh.
Both ears and you are.
Yay!
Oh, go team.
Way!
And
just
then they take full damage.
No.
Do we make an acrobatics check to maybe not fall?
Yeah, then I'll.
You don't have jump up.
It wasn't to fuck with.
Well, you did anyway, so you know.
This is because I have advantage.
I got a 9.
So it's to say.
You just hit the sound of. As you land.
Wow, that sucks!
What did you roll?
What is
11.
command Anastasia?
Yeah.
Is that in part of action?
You usually you use half your movement. You have some different abilities because you're a cavalier.
There's nothing about.
I believe for you it's just 5 feet of movement.
Yeah, but that's the mount.
Yeah.
But to command her.
No, you can use that on your turn.
Alright, so I'm gonna have her come over here then.
Yeah.
And then I'll stand up, and then I'll use that.
So you use half movement, and then
Yeah.
So you have like
I have
10 feet left now.
What was the DC on the acrobatics check?
I'm
What did I roll? I'm gonna tell you.
I'm gonna say 12.
I rolled an 11. Fair enough.
Yep, no problem.
I'm going to use my cavalier ability on it.
Yeah.
So it has this. I'll fake carry for this. But something about hitting other people.
Yeah, it's something
I
like.
think it's,
I've also written it down on your paper.
You're exclusive now. You don't have,
Yeah.
you don't have other people.
Oh, it's marked right now. Maybe I should have used another ring. That one seems to just fade away.
Why do I have so many abilities?
You have like 3 classes, including a bird.
Boom.
You put. You did
Sounds like
Who the fuck multi-classes?
Okay, yeah. So as long as it's 5 feet of me, it has disadvantage to hit anyone other than me.
Very well.
And then I will go ahead and use my second wind
That's nice.
to re-heal some damage.
Oh yeah.
Woohoo! Oh, nice.
Nice.
And that is the entirety of my turn.
Well. On its turn.
Well, it needs to make a Constitution saving throw because there's a big old moonbeam.
That's gonna be 16. That's not enough.
Nope. So it takes 2d10 points of radiant damage. So a grand total of 9.
Doesn't it take the damage you casted?
Yeah, I think.
No, but it remains.
No.
But the remaining damage doesn't that also increase?
I think it's all damage from the moonbeam.
Yeah. Again, any spell or attack rolls, you add your wisdom modifier to it.
No, I mean maybe you casted in some high level spell on the last.
I don't think moonbeam is one of them that increase by damage.
Well, if the
It should be mentioned.
It'll say cast high level, so include
1d10 for each spell slot.
Okay, then.
yeah, but then that's
Ooh, and what's that cast is at 6th level.
So that's 4. Right.
So
yeah, I think that this
yeah, you continually
all
does that amount of damage.
Yes.
9.
Yeah, that's
13.
And I might as well just roll first. Here.
Whoa! It's another 19.
41.
41 points of radiant damage.
radiant damage. Cool.
Instead of what you said before. No, more. No.
And he all in all, he did it.
Alright, yeah.
It just says when it's also when it starts its turn in there. So yeah.
Yeah.
It
So
should.
it is
And it has 2 turns.
Yeah, sure.
You have been heist by your own turn.
And then Aboraxia's turn comes. It lets out this bellow. I'd like you all to roll a perception check.
Perception.
Perception.
Yeah, you better run.
No.
He's sad.
Guys, don't fuck with me.
They're gonna fuck with you.
Yeah, 13.
13 as well.
Yeah. Suck my natural 20, guys.
29.
29.
24.
Big 8. 8. But I'm also lying on the ground.
Again,
Or is it infinity?
Again, all of you realize that there are movement within the forest. Those of you above 15, yeah?
Do I notice this with an 8?
Again, the other people inform you what's happening.
Thanks.
We do like this.
You start to see animals start to shuffle in.
Oh no.
Only these animals seem to have maggots and so forth coming out of.
Look, guys, reinforcements arrived. We're okay. We're saved.
It's the cavalry.
It's definitely
The two large ones are respectively a tiger and a bear.
A tiger.
Again,
A tiger bear.
Is one of them a lion?
Is one of them a
No.
shark?
A tiger in a temperate climate? What is it?
the rest, the 1 and 2 are wolves. The third one seems to be a dead member of Naris's tribe.
This is full Jungle Book. And then the dead bear, tiger, wolf. Yeah, those are some options. Those are all in there.
And then creatures within 5 feet of Aboraxia gets an attack opportunity as it burrows down.
Do I...
Fuck!
You have just disadvantage.
Oh, okay. I'll take it.
No, it's not true.
Kill it.
So, no.
But aren't I? No.
Music point of luck.
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
20. You hit.
Dirty 20.
Dirty boy.
I mean, it's 6 points of sort of slashing damage, but then I also do psychic damage?
Yeah.
How does it feel about that?
It seems to go through.
He powers through.
It seems conflicted.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's 15.
It all happened in my childhood.
Yeah, so that's all in all, it would be, for me, it would be 22 points of damage.
22.
When I was young, hive mind.
I never told anyone, but I don't really like worms.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad I'm in the protected druid circle now.
Who told you it was a protected druid circle?
No.
It's the druid circle. Are they all protected?
And then the moonbeam erupts.
My everything.
33.
33. Alright. You had 22. Now, did you make a attack roll?
I did.
Yeah, and didn't hit. Oh.
I missed.
Okay. Part of course, so 55 damage it takes, and then it burrows down.
Okay.
So if I could get that figure.
It disappears into the hole.
Goodbye.
So it's still marked. The moonbeam is still on that place.
Now, did it seem bad?
It seems to be hurt. That's why it called for reinforcements.
Okay, cool.
You can see now it's continually like dropping worms, even though you don't hurt it anymore.
And it just went straight down.
Right now it's just burrowed down. You don't know exactly because the whole ground is shaking, so it's hard to pinpoint. You can use a perception check on your turn.
Was it easy my turn?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So,
well, because I was more wondering.
I mean, if it's just going, because if it's just going straight down and not to any of the sides, then it's still gonna get hit by moonbeam.
yeah.
That's a good point. Wait, does moonbeam affect us as well?
Yeah.
If you're in the moonbeam, but the moonbeam only has. Hang on.
Yeah, if you just place.
Is it affected? Is it when you enter it, or is it when you end your turn?
End your
When
turn.
you enter, the first time you enter, and when you start your turn in it.
Shit.
Yeah. But
So you could actually run like this and
After you've taken the first damage.
But it's
Which
only,
I do not want.
It's only a 5-foot cube in size, so it's not.
And the tunnel, I believe, is 10 feet wide. So
Okay, so here's the question. Okay, so
yeah, it's
Alright,
very small. I don't know why they have designed for that. But,
So it is-
I used the purple worm.
there's a 10 feet wide hole, and it's going down to the ground.
Yeah.
Do I think that I could go into that hole with and avoid the moonbeam?
Yeah, because
And follow it.
you can essentially slide down and then.
Yes, and it's 10 feet in diameter.
Yeah.
The moonbeam is
So
what?
4 squares, and then moonbeam will.
10 is quite a lot. Okay, fine. I will cast. Was it perception check? What was the perception check for?
Perception check is to find out where it moves. If you're on ground and trying to feel the tremor.
Okay, then fuck that. I won't waste my time doing that. I will. Morph into something. No, I'll just cast fly myself and follow it.
No.
No, you have so much left for.
And then dodging
Wasted.
the moonbeam.
Yeah, again, no worries there.
Yes, he's dead.
So you follow down.
Yeah.
You drop about 20 feet and then start to move 10 feet towards the first hole at the first floor from.
So towards here.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least that direction, you don't know.
Sure. And how quick am I with flies? 40 feet and 60 feet?
60 feet.
60 feet. And I'm technically down.
Keep up with it.
Can I?
Yeah, yep. Again, it has half movement when it burrows. So
I see. So do I mean, so if
again, you can get right up to it.
Okay, I don't want to do that. I want to sort of stay. But I would like to sort of, continually, yeah.
Oh.
Maybe 20 feet. So 25 feet.
Yeah, so that's a 5 feet span between you and the creature then.
And then another 20 feet.
So it's...
Okay, so you just take the 20 feet down straight. And then there will be 10 feet. It can move. It moved 30 feet.
Yeah, right. Because in my head I'm sort of seeing it as a chase. But obviously he's moved and now he's technically stopped. Okay, yeah, sure. So I will move so far down that I can see it.
Yeah, again, so you drop down and then you see it 10 feet.
Perfect, thank you.
Very well.
That is nice.
Yes.
No, I don't think to do it. It's cool.
You go where no one can follow it. Jace, it's your turn.
Other people don't follow.
It's gonna be the one thing that to force people to follow it. A chase!
A chase.
Go to the other hole.
So what you saw, Jace, is Aboraxia burrowed down, and now these creatures start to appear.
Yeah.
And they move these weird patterns. You can instantly see one creature moves like its leg has turned 180 degrees the wrong way, and then you still.
Wait, which was number 2 again? Was that?
That's the tiger. Number 3 is a bear. Number 3 of the small is a dead tribes member. The 2 others are wolves.
Okay.
Chase.
Shakan.
Yeah, Baloo.
So have we just accepted that I cannot catch the thing with force cage? Because then I'm just going to use it on number 2 and then take that out of the equation.
You sure that's not a which spell slot?
No, it's a Mystic Arcanum, so that does not use my spell slot, so it's just a free spell.
Yeah.
What is
Free
it?
spell.
My Mystic Arcanum spells, so that includes force cage.
Yeah.
Which is
What? Do you only have? Is it only one of those what you do?
Sorry, what?
What are your options other than?
I mean, either that I can start using Eldritch Blast on those 2 there, number 1 and 2.
I honestly, yeah.
I mean, just taking one out of the equation seems nice.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah.
You do you, man. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to cast Force Cage, which is going to be a box, so it can only be 10 feet. And then,
that's a shame.
And then around number 2 there.
Very well.
What's in the box?
Half a tiger!
So
That's number 2 in the box.
Yeah, I trap number 2 in a box.
You trap the tiger, and you start to hear like this sizzling sound as the creature tries still to move through the force gate. You just hear.
Oh. And then I'm going to take just a couple of feet away from the hole there.
The what?
How about here?
Yeah.
The chips.
Oh,
The chips!
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, then I'll have to turn.
Very well. Then it is Aboraxia's turn.
No! Unsubscribe.
No, thank you.
When do the
I'm gonna say, Blake, you need to roll a dexterity save, and I'm gonna say you have disadvantage.
when do the thingies act?
They act on it the first turn.
Okay.
D-Nice! Yes, that's what I had the...
What if I'm in sort of a druid protective suit?
Then it eats the circle and you.
Oh boy.
God damn it, Balaki, this is my home.
Balaki.
Wait, what?
You go see Chief
Oshak Hennessy.
Oshak Hennessy.
20. No, not 20 anything.
15.
15, and it has a disadvantage on attack rolls against now creatures.
No, because he's not within 5 feet of me.
Okay,
so,
right. Okay,
yeah.
very well. I just had to.
But I will say that the mark effect still affects.
Yeah. That was also why I'm asking. Blake, you take a total of that's going to be 15 points of piercing damage, and you are swallowed.
Man.
And if you can place
And at this point,
a circle,
But he was within the circle.
and I don't think any creature is within 10 feet of Aboraxia at this point.
would be a perfect.
I guess it's moved away from me.
Well,
movable
Blake
rock
is.
movement.
Yeah, no, it's inside of it. So
It's another dimension.
Blake is inside of all of us.
Yeah.
Well, then it's the other creatures.
So that's dead. He lives in you.
Is the other creature's turn?
Yes, if we start with the last one, number 2, doesn't matter, it's trapped.
Tiger!
You still hear the sizzling sound as it tries to press up against the bars. Number 3 is going to move 40 feet towards Aurora. Because I guess you are up in the air.
1, 2,
I'm there.
No, probably not.
Oh yeah.
Okay, then
like at height where it could jump. Totally.
okay, then it's going to do that.
Yeah.
Bears good.
Again, they are not smart, these
Yeah.
creatures.
That's the one thing I know about bears. They jump.
Yep.
Boy, do they jump.
Wait, is this drop like?
Boy,
And it
the
has to charge,
bottom.
attack you, right? Because you're
There,
there.
everywhere.
It has to attack you, not Anastasia, when you're...
Yes, I forced it to attack me.
Well, it only hits on 17 on the first attack.
No.
And that's gonna be 24 on the second. Cool. Then we have number 2, the wolf. It's gonna attack you.
It definitely is.
That's a wolf sound.
That's gonna be 13 points on the first attack.
13 against my armor class?
Yeah.
No.
I imagine it's such. And 20 on the second.
Yeah, it does.
Very well. You need to roll a strength save.
Strength! But I am so weak!
Getting tackled.
17.
17. You used to see it tries to push you down on the ground, but
Fuck.
managed to stand up, and you take a total of 10 points of piercing damage.
Ugh. Ouchie.
And you can see its mouth opened far too wide than it should be allowed. Like, it goes all the way down to its shoulder, its mouth, essentially.
So it's definitely like annihilation.
Yep. It's like, someone called
These
Peter.
things are definitely like.
They're not undead, they're essentially puppeteered by these maggots.
Okay, I see. So it's a creatures that are not undead, but they're kind of monstrous and like they're broken things and they walk around.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I think I would call them patchworks.
Yeah. No doubt.
Then number 3, the small one there, is gonna dash towards Naris, so that's gonna be 60 feet.
Why did it go caca? That's just an elf.
Yeah. Sound elf mix.
The forest is like difficult terrain or nothing.
No, it just have cover.
It's running right through the trees.
Number 1 is gonna dash towards Jace, and that has 40 feet.
Check your paper of the
2,
goddamn
3,
map.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah. So the wolf lunges towards you, but doesn't have enough reach to actually make an attack.
Alright.
And then we go to Aurora.
That's okay, mate. You catch a
You have like a wolf that has swallowed part of your knee, like.
Yeah, fine. Fuck, part of my knee, then I gotta activate my boots of haste! It's like, fuck,
Just shadow jump.
I was planning to, don't ruin the fun!
But there's
I shadow leap.
Very well.
She needs her knees.
Yeah, I just like, boom, out of its reach, and then I just...
Sorry, just to be fair, what did this guy do?
He's stuck in a
He's
cage.
in the cage.
He's stuck in a cage.
And then I shadow leap like on top of it, and I just
Very well.
stab it.
Make an attack.
With advantage on the first one.
Yes, definitely focus on all these small animals.
Do you know, I was about to say that.
That
I
is
stopped myself because that seemed like a dick move, but I agree.
Advantage on the first one.
So what?
24.
But I am also inside the worm, so...
That's what Snake could
I love that we just hear that muffled. Well, would someone attack this?
Wow.
Hasn't so stood.
Okay. That's bad. That's
At least the worms are not snakes.
That's 10, 16, 18, 22 plus 5, 27 points
27, yep.
of damage on the first hit. And then on the second,
Dat is niks elusive cousin.
I miss. Like, really miss.
Do you have fairy fire?
Like,
card?
fail.
Sorry, do you have a card for fairy fire?
No, I do not.
Fine.
What do you want to know?
Fine.
If you have to
And,
hit everything,
yeah.
Select certain targets.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Everything, each object in a
Very well. Then we go to Neris. You see
everything in the area.
a fallen friend trying to charge towards you.
Alright.
You can call you both raised up at the same time.
I disengage
it's Nana.
and cast and remove this moonbeam.
Yeah.
And cast it again on the big guy.
As a bonus action?
I think it can just move it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's limited.
Not far enough.
Oh,
Just how do you disengage?
Is that a...
That's an action.
Oh, that's an action. Then I don't do the moonbeam.
Why not just do the moonbeam and then not disengage?
Yeah, that's what
It's just going to move over to you in a minute anyway.
That's true. I'll moonbeam,
So,
but I will moonbeam this time.
Are you sure?
You know what?
You can move it 60 feet.
It was like here.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
but
it's definitely
within 60 feet.
Yeah.
yeah. You can
Move it 60 feet?
Yeah.
Oh, but you have to use an action to do so.
Okay, but I mean that's a spell.
Yeah, you can just say.
Alright, then I'll just...
yeah, you can move him.
Yeah, I'll just
So
move
it's-
it.
Can you move however
like-
you want?
Like sort of...
Yeah, but it's here, right?
No, it doesn't work that way. It's not like a death beam. You just can.
You can't do like that.
they also take damage on their turn.
2d8, 2d10.
Yep, I do have that.
That is why. That is why.
No, yeah.
Yeah, but it just says 60 feet in any
It
direction.
has to make a...
Yeah, it succeeded.
So it takes half damage.
So good.
It's alright.
34.
Yeah, only 34 points of damage.
Oh, plus 5. Because of my...
Yeah, right. Because of your blessing.
Yeah.
Cool.
And it's
Think about
radiant.
that. Is it going to throw me up?
No, it's only creatures inside of it that causes damage that will make it.
Ooh.
Well then, that's a good time.
Very well.
Speaking of.
Yes, then we go to Blake's turn.
Right. I want to activate the immovable rod.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So I take that out, click it, and then I stab from the depth of where am I stabbing?
Yeah. From the depth of your stomach.
Yes. I'm assuming that is neither
Here nor there.
That's the disadvantage, so don't
right.
trigger a sneak attack.
It's even quite worse.
Also, you take damage at the start of your turn. Okay.
Yes, I do. Yay! I'm dying!
Are you resistant to acid as well?
Yes!
If you have two sources of advantage and disadvantage, can you still sneak?
No.
No.
That's 25 points of acid
Cannot
damage.
just sneak attack,
25 points of acid damage. Well.
unfortunately.
Well, later.
Don't worry, you just need to hit about 30 points of damage, then it will regurgitate you.
Oh, that's a 1. 4.
One might not hit.
Oh, I had activated the flux rod.
Yeah?
And then I'm just like... Oi. Right, this is Sender. This is Seagull has that one.
Bears.
Bears. Right, I am fucked. So I drink a greater healing potion?
Don't spill.
Didn't you have activated?
Oh, I've activated.
Yeah.
I haven't actually checked what that... As an action, goddamn.
Yeah.
Okay, so I couldn't even attack.
Again, I'm gonna allow you to do either one. So.
Yeah, okay. Fair. I activate the immovable rod.
Very well. So it has to bypass a DC 30 to move?
30 to move, and it can only move
Isn't
it...
it made of insects?
Oh, yeah, I guess it could just
They're
sort of
made
move
of
around.
meat.
Maybe you would hold on to it.
If you hold on to it, then that's just gonna pull you out.
I'm gonna allow that. It might cause some
With
damage, but...
with my dumbass intelligence, that's probably what I... Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so you grab hold like, this is gonna work.
Worth a shot.
Well. Then we have Darby.
Yep.
Dave.
I'm going to fly.
Provoke an attack opportunity.
Fly. I'll take it.
Yes.
That's gonna be 20 against AC. So not enough.
Chewbacca sound.
And then I'm gonna stab the thing.
That works.
Yeah.
So, what's the what's it called? Can Anastasia's if to use a bonus action on Anastasia, I have to use.
You use your own as well. Yeah.
Okay. Well then because I think it just makes more sense for me to just hit it with my. So I have a free attack with my bonus action.
Yeah.
Because attacks are other than me.
Yeah. True.
And then I'm gonna have 2 attacks with my main action.
Kill it.
So
How about?
these are first 2 attacks.
How about killing this fucking worm?
Jesus, I'm going so bad poorly. But it is
You're
a
lucky.
20.
20 hits.
Yeah, and then I'll hit the last one. That's more than 20. So hit with all 3.
How long does the cage last?
For an hour. I think.
For an hour.
Yeah.
And I can't even dispel it. It's just there.
I guess because you can use it protectively as well.
I'm gonna put.
Yeah, you can.
And then
Like I
burn
checked,
3
even if
first
I tried to
spells?
catch it, it would just move it outside of the cage, so it can just function as a wall.
like you can cast Forge Cage on yourself.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Throw 2d8.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can use like I need a short rest right now.
What's this bad boy?
Thank you.
Well, it's not rest of an hour.
Get over
Yeah, but again, that is also short rescue.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Oh yeah.
Do it.
Fuck, I forgot my short rest was.
Do the thing where it dies.
Kill it to death.
It is looking poor at this point. I will reveal that.
Okay.
Yes.
So
we can't expect
It's not looking great.
What?
So we can't expect a lot of.
Oh yeah, all the worm meat you can eat,
As
my
long as
friend.
we like worms, we have to do it.
you
just said it looks very cool.
50,
Poorly.
58. 79 points of damage.
Is that
It's cost 3 attacks.
Oh okay.
Yeah. Damn. Very well. Creatures within 20 feet.
Hold on. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I haven't finished my turn.
Oh, okay. Do that first.
Excuse me.
Okay.
I only attacked 3 times.
Unless it's involved movement, because you are going to get hit by it.
It's not movement. It's either. I'm going to double check.
Kan man bruge den her til at give radiant damage i det her?
No.
Nej, negative.
Du kan heller ikke bruge healing spells til os.
Yeah, that sort of healing versus injuring or wounding, whatever it's called, doesn't
It doesn't work anymore.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's Pathfinder.
Okay, I'm
And
going to have.
also the
Yeah, 3.5. Yeah.
Can Anastasia cast Inspiring Word?
Nope. You have to see the target.
Okay. Then she's going to inspire me, and I'm going to mark it again.
Very well. And then
walk me.
creatures within 20 feet, so that's going to be you, Naris, and also number 3.
Quick. Well, am I within 20 feet?
No, not the 20. Only. Oh, wait, sorry.
Where are you?
I'm on the ground.
You're on the ground? No, you're not. It's only those above ground. In effect.
And
There's within 10 feet of me.
So you have a bonus on the thing.
Yeah.
Number 3 fails the maggot ring.
Oh, we have to roll a.
Yeah, a constitution save.
But you are.
You're immune to the second one. I believe all of involved, excluding number 3.
what about Anastasia?
And that's true.
I mean, well, if the fire elemental gets,
And
then the
Anastasia
service actually
does
gets.
have advantage on this. So is this
But
her?
oh no, yeah, I guess the actual burrowing, but the
yeah.
disease you surely constructs are.
It's a magical disease, that's why it affects even elementals and so forth.
Okay.
She gets 20.
20.
Yes.
15.
15.
What was the DC of it again?
16.
I failed. Wait, I'm just going to get advantage on this.
Wait.
Okay.
2d10.
Spend luck point? Was that a.
No, that was no, it was a 3. Wow. I had advantage.
So that's going to be 14 points of damage if you fail to save.
14 points?
Yeah.
Who failed?
Me.
You succeed, so you take 7.
Okay, so.
And number 3 also failed.
Well, but people are doing okay, right?
Yeah. I've not taken a hit.
Good to know.
Let's see.
I mean, I just need to drink a potion and I'm probably fine.
What was I thinking?
It was
Yeah. And then it's Aboraxia's turn again.
Oh.
Oh yeah, what is now?
So it takes Constitution save from the Moonbeam. It succeeds.
Oh, Moonbeam.
Alright, so I need
damage.
all of my d10s again. Yeah,
Yep, yep.
Roll, Moonbeam, roll.
Okay.
Alright, so
That's not bad.
10, 20, 32 points of radiant damage. Halved if it succeeded.
Very well. How do you want to kill him?
Can I just flash the moonbeam in its eyes, in all of its eyes, to blind it and then kill it?
Essentially, you are inside Blake, and you suddenly see it's as if you're in the 70s and somebody's throwing a disco ball.
That's pretty.
And again, it just completely evaporates this entity.
But I'm hanging.
Yeah, then you see Blake like hanging 40 feet up.
Oh, because of the immovable rod.
Good job, guys.
What about the other creatures? Do they also like? Blah?
They run away.
They just fall down. There's no hive mind any longer to control the worms.
It
Right.
Is he hanging over a massive pit in the ground as well?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So 40 feet to the ground level, and then additional 30 feet.
Someone, I just come down underneath you. Oh, thank you. And I land myself.
Thanks for listening. The intro music was by Philip Fischer, whereas the outro music was by Martin Kerr. The other pieces which are mentioned in the description down below were by Kevin MacLeod and Enda Genye. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we hope to see you again in Doraken.